Testing, I got it.
1, 2, test. That's loud as hell.
How about now?
That's really loud.
Testing. That's loud. That's loudy. Shh. Turn it down. All right. That's a lot better. Oh, that's a lot better.
Like, that's still just a. He's really loud in my ears. I'm not loud in my own ears. Look, test it.
Testing. Yeah.
Loud in my ears.
Well, it's because of this. Now put it on. Is it good?
Test.
Yeah.
Test.
Is it good now?
That's much
Yeah.
better.
Yeah. There we go. It's not live on there? Testing. 1, 2, 3. Hello. Is it good? Hello. Bro.
That's gonna
Wait, no. We can figure this out.
That's gonna be brutal in my ears all game.
How about this? How about now? Is it good? Is it good?
Test.
Testing. 1, 2, 3.
I can't hear myself at all now. I need him lower in my ears, not myself.
Okay, so then turn me down. How about now?
You guys speak one more time. I still can't hear myself.
Drives inside, loses the ball.
From Vince, I don't know how he does it. Everything that he's doing with so many different schools, all the equipment that he has, just everything that he's put together really all by himself. I have so much respect for everything that he's set up, and giving us the opportunity to do this has been great. And because if I didn't do this, not sure how I would really get into this field. So for Vince, just the amount of respect I have for what he does and how he was able to set everything up has been amazing.
Going the extra mile like he does, I mean, sometimes, I think that's important to do, going the extra mile with stuff, and even though this is, not ESPN or one of these bigger companies, kind of to have that mindset when it comes to a broadcast. We're trying to, just knowing on this level that the expectation is being a professional and acting like it. And, there's obviously, it's not going to be perfect, but, just the importance of, doing your best work, and that, you could always be better.
We started with, here in Arizona at least, we started with probably testing out a live stream with 5 football games in 2019. 2020, which was ultimately was the start of the pandemic, we grew and we added probably close to 30 games that year. 2021, we doubled to 60. 2022, we did 100. This year, we're on track to do 130. It means everything to me. It's not just about me. It's about the students that we showcase, both in front of and behind the microphone. It's not about just broadcasting games, but it's about providing a platform to our student interns to give them an opportunity to grow, to practice their trade, to move on once they've mastered these skills here in broadcast journalism as well as production. Our job placement rate, no kidding, is 100%. Everybody that works for us, if they graduate from college, they get a job in media, and we help them get there.
Matt Ross here with Varsity Sports. Here with head coach Scott Stansbury from the Mesa Jackrabbits. Coach, last time you played Mesa, you came away with a win, but you had a little bit of advantage. How's it feel going into this rival game like the away team this time?
We embrace the challenge. We know we're here and there, right? So all we do is prepare. We're ready to go. So as long as we execute the game plan, we go.
Coach, what are some of the plans that we should be looking out for on the course game?
Definitely our first bit, back top miles, soft guard, being on racing. Our second shooting, Jerry Mesa.
So right now in East Valley, you guys are sitting one game ahead of Mesa. This game's huge to get into playoffs. What are your expectations for playoffs? This is the last game of the season.
We just want to lock in actually treat this game as a playoff game. We live in the rankings, I think we got a game possibly win, get into the local rankings, maybe control that. So I will win this game, so treat it like a playoff game, chance to such it, get after it.
Thank you so much for your time, Coach. Good luck tonight. Matt Ross here with Varsity Sports, here with Andrew Johnson, head coach for the Toros. Coach, you have a big rivalry game right now. Although you lost your last game, you now have home court advantage. How does it feel heading into this game?
We just got to play Toro basketball. Played really well at their place the first half. The second half, we kind of, let it go the rope a little bit. Hopefully, the home court will help us out here, and we know the things that help us win.
Right. Coach, who are some of the players we should be looking out for tonight in this game?
Jackson Woolley, he leads the charge for us. Bryson Gudry, big time shooter for us. Doug Sweat has done an absolutely phenomenal job running the point for us this year. Really been impressed as well. Tonight we'll get Levi Ziggy back. That should really help us out a little bit too.
Currently in the standings at third for the East Valley, one game behind this team right here. How does it feel? Does this feel like a playoff game to you guys?
Oh, anytime you play Mesa, it's a playoff game. It's great for just the city. Two great programs going at it. Their coach staff does a phenomenal job over there as well. And they got really good players, and so it's always a good game when these two get together.
Sure. Thank you so much for your time, Coach. Good luck tonight.
Yeah, appreciate it. Thanks.
Hello, everybody. My name is Tyler Wogo, alongside Matt Ross here, broadcasting on behalf of Varsity Sports Show. We have a rivalry game between Mountain View Toros versus the Mesa Jackrabbits. Matt, what a game that we're going into. It's senior night, and there's a lot of pressure on both sides. It's a rivalry game. As we know, Mountain View, they're heading to this game with a 13-11 record, and as for Mesa, it's an 18-6 record. This is their last game. What are we expecting to see from them?
Well, let's start with the environment in this place already. This is a completely packed house. We've been in here the game before for women's volleyball, completely packed house. We know what rides on this game for both teams. It's complete bragging rights for the rest of the season. But let's not forget, the Jackrabbits from Mesa are coming into this game already beaten the Mountain View Toros once this season at home. Now they have to come into this hostile environment and try to get another win. They are a game away from each other in the 6A East Valley Conference. Mountain View's in third, one game behind them. This game is basically a playoff game for both teams to get to that next level and actually get into that postseason. It should end up being a completely tight game through and through.
And that's what head coach Andrew Johnson said to you earlier in the pregame. He said that every game where they play Mesa, it always feels like a playoff game, and
it's definitely playoff atmosphere in this building.
So players are now getting ready, getting their names called, getting ready for tip-off here. And of course, Matt, going into this game, what's a player that stands out to you?
Well, we were told to look out for Coy Sharp in this game, and as well as Kai Miles. Excuse me. We were told to look for Tate Bigler in this game. But what Coach Johnson was telling me is that this is going to need to be a team-oriented game where everyone needs to contribute, including their bench, if they're going to want to take down this team. In their last game, they talked about stars, but they need complete team unison and synergy to actually win this game. Everyone needs to contribute through and through is what Johnson was telling me pre-game.
Getting ready for tip-off here. Last game, of course, Mountain View played Dobson at Dobson High School, and they were able to win that game 62-57. So them being able to win on the road, it's going to give them a lot of momentum going into this game. And as for Mesa Jackrabbits, they lost at home versus Red Mountain 70-63. Of course, Red Mountain in first place on a 6-game win streak with 10 wins and no losses. So, of course, they do have some other competition in their division. But we're getting ready for tip-off here in Mesa, Arizona, between two Mesa teams, the Mesa Jackrabbits and the Mountain View Toros.
I expect to see from both teams a full court press today, knowing how valuable this defense is going to need to be on this game. It's going to be extremely physical through and through.
So Brig Bowden going for this tip-off for Mesa, and the ball's going to immediately go out of bounds. I'm not too sure who won that tip-off, but Toros are going to have this ball. So the Toros are shooting on the left side, and as for the Mesa Jackrabbits, they are shooting on the right, and it's going to be another whistle blown. Something came out of
Might have been
13.
some from the student section or a player.
So it's going to be Levi Tingy bringing this one in. He's going to pass it in to 23, Jackson Woolley. And we are underway now with the Toros having the ball first. Ty Denham passes it to 30, Doug Sweat. Doug Sweat has it. He's at the point, around the arc, passes it to the top of the key, passes it around the paint to number Bryson Gundry has it. Gundry back outside to the top of the paint. Number 23, Jackson Woolley has it. Woolley blowing up for the floater, and that one counts. First points on the board for the Toros.
And the ball movement, clearly part of Johnson's plan to start early. Keep the defense on their toes.
Some good ball movement by Dejon Grayson, but it is going to be a foul.
Foul on the way up. He's going to shoot two.
So, of course, that's in Mesa's favor. Of course, getting to the layup free throw line as quick as you can to start this game is really good. Of course, having to ease those fouls is going to be the Toros here early on.
You have to wonder with number 24, Dejon Grayson. He had no intention of passing that ball, and it was not a fast break. You have to wonder if this is going to be the game plan to attack the paint all game if they see an opening.
So
already they got to the free throw line, so Coach Stansbury has to be happy already.
Second shot is up and it's good, so they're now tied the game 2-2.
And like I said, there's the full court press. It's going to be physical all game with both these teams.
Doug Sweat on the corner. Pass it inside. 22, Levi Tinge. Passes it outside. They're passing it around the perimeter. Number 23, Jackson Woolley has it. Woolley looking for someone to pass to. He's going to pass to Bryson Gundry. Gundry has it. Pass it to his right side, 30. Doug Sweat has it. Looking to find an open man, and he does on the corner. Looking to drive inside, it'll be Bryson Gundry. He's going to go up, pass it outside. Here comes the shot. It's going to be inbounds, though. It's going to be a two-pointer. It's going to be no good. It's going to fall back into the hands of number 33.
Great ball movement by Mountain View, though, keeping the defense on their toes. They did get a wide-open look, but couldn't connect.
Trying to go for that step back, but he's going to get blocked, but taking his own miss will be Kakai Miles. Passes it to 24, Dejon Grayson. He's going to go for the layup, but that one's not going to be fall.
Grayson driving again, creating space with his speed.
So here comes Doug Sweat looking to drive in, going up, and that one's not going to fall through, but getting a rebound, getting immediately slapped in the head was going to be Ty Denham. Denham had great aggression on getting that rebound, but of course we saw that hit on his head, so it's going to be Toro basketball. So Doug Sweat going to pass this one in. Looking to find an open man. He's going to pass to the top of the key, almost loses it. And both players colliding.
Almost an identical play there. Another reach-in going into the face of, is that number 20, Ty Denham.
Dejon Grayson being a little bit aggressive early on. Of course, that's going to be his first foul of the game. But second foul of the game. So already 2 fouls.
Yeah, he's going to get subbed out here. Smart play by Coach Stansbury. Keeping one of their stars a little bit fresh, keeping him out of foul trouble in this first quarter.
So Levi Tingy passing it to Doug Sweat at the top of the paint, or top of the perimeter. Bryson Gundry has it, passes it to the top of the key. Jackson Woolley. Woolley back to Doug Sweat. Doug Sweat outside, corner 3. That one's not going to fall through. Both players come tumbling to the ground for Mesa.
Charge call. Maybe a little bit of a questionable call. It could have gone either way with blocking or charge, but it's going to be an offensive foul.
So Joshua Stewart is going to pass this one inbounds to Brig Bowden. Brig Bowden taking this one up. And
Jaron Garlaza, number 13.
so Kakai Miles has it. Corner, step out, 3. That was not going to count. That one's going to be rebounded by Bryson Gundry. Bryson Gundry to the outside, almost gets stolen away, but good way to keep this ball in possession. The corner shot the 3. That was not going to fall through. Rebounded by number 3.
Another offensive foul. It looks like it's going to be over the back. Both teams playing extremely physical as we expected here in this first quarter. Both teams already having 2 fouls. Excuse me, Mountain View already has 3. Looks like both teams will probably have bonus going into this fourth quarter.
So Kai Miles bringing this one up to the top of the key, looking to drive inside. And this one's going to be an out of bounds on Kai Miles. That's going to be Toro basketball. So lost control on that one. Going to have to just retry that again once he gets possession again. But it's going to be Toro basketball.
Now let's not downplay the great steal by Ty Denham, being able to force that ball
on the outside part of the perimeter. Good passing along the arc, outside the arc. Number 20, looking to drive inside, passes it out. Bryson Gundry, 3, not going to fall through. Good rebound by number 33, Brig Bowden. He's going to bring it all the way back. And he gets stolen away by Bryson Gundry. Gundry now having to slow his pace as he passes it to 22, led by Tingy. Tingy back to Jackson Woolley. Woolley still beyond the arc, looking for someone to pass to. He brings it just a little bit beyond the half-court mark. Looks to drive in, passes it to 20. Ty Denham to 22, led by Tingy. 3-pointer, not going to fall through. Good rebound by Mesa here as Kai Miles has it, passes it up to Joshua Stewart. Joshua Stewart looking to pass it, and it's going to be deflected. It's going to be out of bounds, but Mesa's going to keep this within their possession.
It's going to be a foul, but the foul looks like it was a reach-in foul before he went up on the shot. So it's not going to be free throws here. They're going to inbound the pass. It's going to be number 13, Garlaza. It's going to be inbounding for Mesa here.
So Garlaza going to pass this one inbounds. Passes it to the top of the key to Kai Miles. Kai Miles guarded by 2 defenders. Passes it to his left side, back to Kai Miles. Joshua Stewart back to Miles. Miles back to Stewart. Good passing. Looking to pass it inside. He's going to take it in himself, and he's going to go for the nice jump shot, and that one's going to count. Mesa's not going to be up by 2-4 to start this game off with 4:15 to go.
Patient play by Stewart, waiting for that mid-range to open up, and he got the look that he wanted.
So
full court press, almost got the steal there.
Bryson Gundry, 3-pointer, count it.
Finally catches one in. He's 1 for 3, but all 3 of them have been great looks. He's probably going to start heating up here soon.
So Garlaza has it, looking to take it up himself, and that one's not going to fall through. That was a good layup selection, but that shot was not going to go in. It's going to be a jump ball, though. Mesa is going to retain possession still.
Garlaza directing traffic, riding up this inbound play. Has a man wide open. And it's blocked by, wow, what a defensive play by Denham.
Yeah, we saw that aggression earlier in the first couple minutes of this game by Denham. Playing aggressive right now for
play recognition. It was on top of it by Denham. Although he's staying in the game, but it looks like it's going to be a foul. Mesa's going to shoot 2 free throws.
Mesa's already on bonus too, so gonna have to just watch. So Toro's gonna have to watch themselves here as they already have 5 fouls. So the first shot's going to go up, and that one's not going to fall through. Of course, at the line, it's going to be Brig Bowden.
Making changes here as Tate Bigler subs into the game for Mountain View. Yeah, you got to wonder if this was part of Coach Johnson's plan to play this physical, potentially a little bit too physical, as they're already in foul trouble here in the first quarter, and they've only have 5 points on the board.
The second shot's up, and that was not going to fall through. Wide right off the rim and back into play as it was going to be rebounded by 23 Jackson Woolley. Woolley already passes it all the way past the half-court line. He gets it back. Woolley trying to find an open man. He is guarded by Joshua Stewart. He looks to drive in. He's going to pass it. 22, three-pointer led by Tingy. Not going to fall through. That's going to be a travel, though, as he got that ball immediately.
No hesitation on the pull, which might have been a cause of that travel there. He's ready to immediately pull that basketball up for the shot. Coach Johnson not very happy on the sidelines at the moment.
So Kai Miles having it. Now Kai Miles leads the division in averaging 19 points per game. He's going to pass it to his left side, the corner of three, and that was not going to fall through. Just edging the tip of the rim and back into play. But
it's going to be Mesa's ball.
Yeah, we saw 22. Levi Tingy kind of reach for that ball, and that ball is ending up out of bounds. So it's going to be Mesa possession here. Jaron Garlaza is going to pass this one inbounds to start Mesa off. Of course, Mesa down by a point. They're not far out of this, but them being on bonus gives them the advantage here with 3:15 to go in the first period, in the first quarter.
Myron Christensen checks into the game for the Toros.
Pass up top of the key, almost gets stolen away, but Kai Miles able to stick with his ball. He's at the top of the key, as he is the point guard today, making all the moves at the top. Looking to drive inside, good dance moves, as he almost gets, as he's going to pass to Garlaza. Garlaza, that one's going to be blocked.
Huge block and a little bit of a stare down by number 0, Bryson Gundry. Hey, but that's what you expect as the student section goes crazy at this Rivals game. That's exactly what they came here to see.
So Garlaza going to pass this one in, pass it to the very top of the key to Kai Miles. Kai Miles, who also gets 6 rebounds per game. He's going to go for a wide three-pointer. He's not going to make that one. Had to get that shot clock off in time, so he had to do so as quick as he could. But this ball is going to be stuck behind the half-court line, makes it now up the half-court line into Toro's possession side of the court.
Mesa's playing extremely physical on defense with the full-court press. It's been helping them a lot, set the tone.
Myron Christensen passes it to Woolley. Woolley going to go for the floater, and that was not going to fall through. Good rebound by 33.
Big rebound by 33.
Greg Bowden, as he passed it to Kai Miles. Now Kai Miles from top of the key, looking to drive inside. He's going to go for the floater. Jump shot. That one's not going to fall through, but it's going to be a foul. Now these bonuses are going to hurt the Toros as this game proceeds. As you know, Kai Miles doing an excellent job at the paint, realizing that he's on bonus and that he can easily get these fouls.
Yeah, I think this has got to be part of Stansbury's game plan. Just penetrate and make them, because the height difference between the two teams is substantial. And with Mesa being able to infiltrate that interior defense constantly, you know they're going to get physical. You know you're going to get fouled and send them right to the line, which I think is exactly what Stansbury's plan is for Mesa.
So Kai is going to tie this one up by making his first free throw. Now, we do know Kai Miles are having that 81% field goal percentage at the free throw line. And he's not going to make the second one. He's going to go 1 for 2 at the line. And that's going to be a foul as both players are trying to hustle and tussle this ball into each other's possession. But Myron Christensen not going to be successful with getting that ball back into play. It's going to be Toro ball still, though, as Tate Bigler is going to pass this one to Woolley. Jackson Woolley passes it back up to number 10, Tate Bigler. Tate Bigler back down into the paint. Christensen going for the
big foul and one. Huge foul.
Myron Christensen read that assignment.
There's struggles with this backcourt press as they, at one time, Mesa had 4 players in the backcourt with 2 stragglers all the way out back. Mountain View took advantage quickly, and it led to an and one play. Huge play for the Toros.
He's going to miss the second one as he immediately tried to lunge at his own miss, but he's going to shoot another one.
It's like someone was in the zone a little bit too early. He's going to get a chance to shoot another one.
The Toros are still up by 2, so they can only just add to the lead by if they can get this one last free throw to fall. Christensen's going to get the second one to fall, and they're not going to be up by 3. So Kai Miles now getting this one inbounded to him. Mesa now up top of the key. Kai Miles looking to drive in. He's going to get the foul, and that one's not going to count. No shot.
Noticing his mix match right away, Kai immediately penetrates and gets fouled again. This might be a reoccurring thing all game. I mean, the height difference is just so big. There's no one that's can really defend Kai, and he's proven it right now.
Yeah, and also they're on bonus too, so they can only just get more and more opportunities at the line, especially for Kai Miles, who is 81% at the free throw line. He's going to miss his second free throw of the day by missing the first one. So he's currently 1 for 3 at the line. Again, 1:57 to go here in the first quarter. He's going to get the second one to fall. 2 for 4 at the line. It's going to be 8-6 to score. Mountain View still up by 2. He's going to pass it to Brady Ernst. Ernst will going to get it to Woolley. Woolley going to go for that jump shot. That one's not going to fall through. Good rebounded by number 5, Corey Sharp. Corey Sharp passed it immediately to Jaron Galarza. Jaron Galarza looking to drive in, going to go for that jumper, and that one's not going to fall through. As immediately smacking that ball into play, Jordan Robertson for Mesa. But Toros now having it back in their own possession. Number 23. Jackson Woolley has it. Woolley looking to go in. You're going to pass it outside. Number 2. Pass it to Gundry. Gundry looking to drive in. He's going to go for the layup, and that one's going to count and 1. What a great execution that we saw from the rim right there by Gundry.
Whatever you can do, I can do better as Gundry penetrates that defense and gets to the rim.
Yeah, did an excellent job, too, getting to that rim as well. I mean, especially when you got 2 defenders on you as well that is guarding you heavily in the paint. All you can do out of that is just get a foul, and that's what he did. Now he's at the line. As he's going to make the first one, so make that 3 points for him in that one play. So 11-6 the score. Again, both teams now on bonuses with 1:10 to go. Kai Miles at the top of the key, looking to drive in.
Penetrates again.
Go for the layup, and that one's going to fall.
Just too big and too strong. The Toros are going to need to make an adjustment if you're going to be able to defend him.
And the fact that he's that tall playing the guard position already says a lot about this Mesa Jackrabbit team. 11-8 the score. This one's going to go out of bounds, but it's still going to be Toro basketball.
Hey, you said it about Mesa. The height difference between these two teams is extremely big. And that's why you see the Toros passing the ball just a little bit more, trying to get the ball moving, get their speed going to keep this defense off their heels, because they know if they can't get these open looks, the height and the physicality is going to catch up to them.
So Woolley having it, looking to go for the layup, and that was not going to fall through. Good rebound by number 33, Brick Bowden, as he passes it immediately to Kai Miles, who has been kind of setting up all the plays up until this point. 32 seconds to go.
Waves off his screener. He's going to want the one-on-one and probably close out this quarter with 20 seconds left on the shot clock and only 22 on the game clock.
Yeah, having to keep his momentum slow as there's 18 seconds counting down the clock.
Tries to
get stolen away immediately.
Tried to split 2 defenders, but he was fouled.
Yeah, I didn't even have to go to the rim for that one, and already he's at the line right there. And, 2 for 4 at the line right now. Kai Miles, not a guy you want to have at the free throw line, especially when he makes 81% of his free throws.
Give credit where credit's due. The head coach Johnson made the adjustment, immediately put a double on Kai. Kai is just so good of a player. He splits that double and still gets fouled and gets sent to the line.
So his first shot's going to be up, and it's going to be good. So only a 2-point deficit as we might potentially head to the second quarter with an 11-9 score here. Of course, Kai Miles, that guy that, of course, that coach told you about earlier, the guy to look out for. He's going to make his second free throw.
Mesa's defense not pressing. They want to make sure they do not give up any more points before this first ends.
So 7 seconds to go.
Garlaza, wow. To the corner, and he throws it away to Garlaza, gets another steal, puts it up. Oh, wow. Great effort by Garlaza on that last play.
10 the score. We'll be back in the second quarter here as what an aggressive quarter we have seen. We'll be back here on Varsity Sports Show.
In 2019, the JV Sports Show podcast began with the idea of spotlighting young people in our community. In time, that podcast evolved into radio, television, and live stream, and through that evolution, new ideas have enhanced delivery, giving a stage to students both in front of and behind the microphone in Arizona and beyond. Thank you for supporting the Varsity Sports Show, now the Varsity Media Foundation, a 501c3 educational organization. Hey guys, Vince here to talk about Angel Dentistry. It's where my wife and I have gone for over 10 years, and we trust them with our routine and extensive dental care because they care. Dr. Amber Angel is an Arizona native, born in the town of Miami, and has been practicing in the Valley over 20 years. For general to comprehensive dental services, call 602-788-2008. Located off of Cave Creek Road just north of the 101 in North Phoenix. Angel Dentistry, proud supporters of our young people and proud partners of the Varsity Sports Show.
We are now back here in Mesa as we have two Mesa teams squaring off. We got Mesa High School going up against Mountain View High School, and what a quarter we have seen. Very aggressive by both sides. Curious to see what they're going to do here to finish the first half of regulation.
Yeah, low scoring first quarter, but that's because of the physicality of this team. It is definitely a defensive game, and that's what it has to be in one of these rivalry games. The effort level on both sides is just astronomical, as both teams just want to win so bad. The offense is slowed up for both teams, mainly because there's so many fouls and so many hustle steals. And the atmosphere in this place is insane. We are completely packed house here tonight in Mesa.
So 23, Jackson Woolley passing this inbounds to Brady Ernst. Ernst just gets stolen away.
Steal by Garlaza. Oh, but they're going to call a foul.
Garlaza was definitely reaching in for that. Really wanted that. Again, aggressiveness to start the first.
Foul on the Toros. Wow. Interesting. It could have been a loose ball foul on either one, but a surprising call nonetheless. It's going to be Mesa ball.
So Galarza is going to pass it inbounds to Kai Miles. Kai Miles, who hasn't even sat on the bench this whole game. That just shows you how reliable of a player he is. He is still in this game as he passes it to the top of the key to number 0, Josh Stewart. Josh Stewart passes it to his left side, Garlaza, and that's going to be a travel call. So it's going to be now Mountain View ball with 11-10 the score with 7:38 to go in the second quarter. And again, the Toros wearing all white with Toros in blue written across their chest. And as for Mesa Jackrabbits, all black with Mesa in purple across their chest as well. So it's that black and dark purple going up against that white and blue Toros. So getting this in bounds is going to be Mountain View ball. Brady Ernst taking this to the top of the cave, guarded by Galarza. As good pick, but he gets slammed hard by 33 of the center, Brig Bowden.
It looks like there's a definite game plan change from Mesa as they went from full court pressing to now trapping on all screens. An interesting play call, but it has worked 2 times in a row already. We'll see if head coach Stansbury stays with it.
So Jaron Galarza is going to pass this one in to Kai Miles. And again, when it's a very tight matchup like this, rivalry night, senior night, last game of the night, it can only get more pressurizing for both squads. As double team coverage on Kai Miles, he has nothing to do with it. And it's going to be immediately whistle blown, jump ball. And it looks like it's going to be Mountain View ball.
Potentially a controversial jump ball call as Kai Miles
took
a 4 or 5 steps before that was called a jump ball.
So that actually was a foul on Brady Ernst. So Kai Miles. So it's a jump ball.
But whoever had possession before retains possession. They don't do traditional jump balls in high school.
So Jaron Galarza passing it inside to Brig Bowden. Gets
block.
Immediately blocked. What a block by number 24, Bradley Dyer.
Excuse me.
To the top of the key, 22. Levi Tingy has it. Passes it to Jackson Woolley. Woolley passes it to his left side to Bryson Gundry. Gundry passes it to Brady Ernst. Ernst back to 24, Dyer. Dyer driving inside. Count it. Good layup. Able to get that one to fall.
And the addition of Dyer into the game has clearly changed the tone for the Toros as they needed more physicality. So what do? You call up one of your most physical and athletic specimens on the bench. There's Dyer in the game now, already making an immediate impact in this second quarter.
So it's going to be a half timeout, like a 30-second timeout called by Mesa Jackrabbits right here. And yeah, you can only imagine it's only going to get more and more aggressive by both squads as it's only the second quarter. I can only imagine what it'd be like in the second half. The game is only up. There's only a 3-point deficit or lead in this game, so both squads are still going to be playing just as aggressive. Of course, Toros have 2 fouls, and the Mesa Jackrabbits have 1.
That's only a minute and a half into this second quarter. Don't be surprised if each and every one of these quarters put both teams into the bonus.
Yeah, already we saw both teams have bonus on under 5 minutes to go in the first quarter, so there's a likable chance that might happen again.
It's only going to get worse throughout the rest of the quarters. In this fourth quarter, don't be surprised if it's 5 minutes with bonus.
So Jaron Galarza again passing it to Kai Miles with 6:34 to go to start the second quarter. Kai Miles guarded double team coverage on him. He's got to move quickly. Pass inside to the paint. He's going to get stolen away, slapped out of bounds by the Toros. It's still going to be Jackrabbit ball.
Another great defensive scheme by the Toros, being able to trap Kai Miles as frequently as possible, making sure that he doesn't get anywhere near the paint.
Yeah, Toros playing some good defenses. Galarza just passed this one inbound to Bowden. Bowden going up with it, going for the layup. What a good read by Bowden right there. Was able to put that one up and in. There's only a 1-point lead now. The Toros are up by 1 here. Double team coverage on 23.
There's
Woolley.
another trap.
Looking to go inside. Ernst to 0. Gundry with a 3. That was a great read right there. Ernst to Gundry. Now we're at the Mesa side of the ball now. Kai Miles tries to drive inside. He gets tripped up, and that's going to be a foul. All the fans at the student section are now bantering at Kai Miles for that tripping call. So Churl is going to have this ball now. It's going to be Levi Tingy passing this one inbounds to 23, Jackson Woolley. With 5:51 to go in the second quarter, looking to just take it up top. Looking to drive inside. Doesn't have a man to look to. He's going to pass it to his left. It's going to be number 2, Brady Ernst, at the top of the key. He's going to kick it out to Tingy. Tingy to Gundry. Gundry looking to go up top. Floater. Count it. That's not an and 1, but he made that look like it was as he went tumbling to the ground after making that one.
Definitely trying to draw the foul there, but still, great shot nonetheless, being able to get it to go.
Kai Miles to Josh Stewart. Josh Stewart looking to drive inside. Going to go for the floater. That one's going to go through. It's a 4-point lead now. Toros.
Stewart definitely looking for the foul on that after looking at the refs, trying to get that to go.
Jackson Woolley at the top of the key. Passes it to Dyer. Dyer trying to go inside, and it's going to get stolen away, but he's able to just get back on it as a player goes tumbling to the ground.
Got to be a loose foul call on number 4. That'd be Jordan Robertson, as he just pulled 24 down to the ground after knowing he couldn't get that ball.
So the clock stopped at 4:49 in the second quarter. Again, a 4-point lead that we're seeing by the Toros and the Jackrabbits. It's going to be Brady Ernst. Going to pass this one inbounds. Going to pass it to 23. Jackson Woolley. Woolley to Tingy. Tingy to Dyer. Dyer back to Woolley. 3-pointer's going to count.
Great play design by the Toros as the fan section in here is going bonkers.
Yeah, they're wearing camouflage over there. So Kai Miles up the top of the key, looking to drive inside. Good spin move. Is going to drive in, going for the foul. That one's not going to count. It's going to be a travel called on Kai Miles. And, if you're the Mesa Jackrabbits, you can only think, I think Kai Miles, he might be doing a little bit too much with the ball, and that's what's getting it stolen away. The shots are not going through, and that's why we're seeing such a lead by the Toros.
Yeah, Mesa's definitely got to keep playing through Kai Miles, but also have him play through the team. There's just not enough ball movement on that side. They're trying to force a little bit too much, and the Toros are definitely taking advantage of it on defense.
So
and on
this
offense.
communication is going to make the ball go back into the Jackrabbits' hands. Galarza passing it to 24. Deshaun Grayson to Stewart. Stewart gets the 3-pointer, and the Jackrabbits respond. Game is still in. Jackrabbits are still in this one.
Back to the full court press. Another switch up by the Mesa defense. Definitely trying to keep the Toros on their toes by showing them different sets almost every single time they make substitutions.
So the Toros having another turnover. Deshaun Grayson gets the and 1 as he puts it up and in. Look at this again. The pass inside, it was a wide pass, wide over the head, but good steer right there by Dejon Grayson as he just puts it up and in and also finds himself on the line.
Yeah, Coach Stansbury doing a great job of showing this Toro defense. He knows how to play against them on defense. Every time they make a sub, he changes up their defensive plan.
Levi Tingy to Woolley. Woolley guarded by Stewart. Woolley gets it to Gundry. Gundry to his right side, 30, Doug Sweat. Doug Sweat to 24. Dyer looking to drive inside. Dyer going in for the layup, and that one's not going to fall through. It's going to be rebounded, tipped along the fingers of, it's going to be Galarza back inside to Bowden. Bowden loses it. Turnover. Toros have the ball. Passes it to 22. Levi Tingy taking it to the beyond the arc to Doug Sweat. Doug Sweat to the right side corner. Back up to the top. Here comes Dyer with a three-pointer. That one's not going to fall through.
Almost completed a crazy defensive sequence straight into offense.
That was a great sequence, too, as we're seeing a good little pivot move going in for the shot. That one's not going to fall through. Good rebound by number 23, Jackson Woolley.
Oh.
It's going to be a timeout called on the Toros.
Smart call. Wanting to slow this game down just a little bit. Mesa playing a little bit out of control, and the Toros are taking advantage of it on offense. Although it's just a three-point game, it feels like the Toros have a little bit more control on offense.
Yeah, Toros doing a great job at just keeping the pressure on the Jackrabbits defensively and offensively. As we know, I just feel like the playing field that we're seeing from the Jackrabbits, it's not going their way. Their shots aren't going in. They were stuck at 14 for about a solid 2 minutes. But here they are back only down by an extra 3 points, so they can get back into this game. However, the Toros are playing just amazing defense.
The main difference, I think, is the Toros are taking their time on offense. The Toros are meticulously picking apart the defense, making that extra pass 9 times out of 10, while Mesa is just trying to focus on the first shot that they get instead of waiting for the best opportunity. If they take a little bit more time on that side of the floor on offense, they're going to get better looks. But right now, it just feels like a little bit forced. Toros are also playing fantastic defense, which is why I think some of the Mesa players want to force up these shots. But I think if they just slow down, this game is going to be even closer than it already is, and it's only a 3-point game.
Passing it in is going to be Jackson Woolley. Again, Toros starting this 3 minutes and 2 seconds to go in the second quarter. They're still going to start off with the ball.
Full court press again.
And
knowing who's on the floor is crucial for Mesa right now.
And Mesa been slowly being good at that full court D, as we saw those 2 turnovers earlier. Taking it himself, Bradley Dyer going up for the layup, and that one's not going to fall through. He does get the foul, and he'll also find himself at the line.
That's a great take by Dyer, knowing that he has the athletic step on number 33, Brick Bowden, immediately pushing to the rim because he knows he has the lane. Gets fouled on that play, and now he's going to shoot free throws.
So Bradley Dyer at the line. Again, 21-19, 2:51 to go in the second quarter. And again, 3 fouls that the Toros have, and that's what the Mesa Jackrabbits they have 4. This first shot's not going to fall through. And let's talk about these fouls. In the first quarter, we saw the Mountain View Toros. They had a lot of fouls. And as a matter of fact, they pushed Mesa to bonus, and now it's lopsided. So it seems like the Jackrabbits are kind of copying the play style that the Toros are having going for them as well.
Yeah, I think that's got to be attributed to Coach Johnson's plan. Knowing that the Mesa wants to infiltrate the interior defense and get fouled, playing a little bit more disciplined on defense is leading to big things.
Both shots not going to fall through. However, the Toros get their own rebound, and now it's turned over by Bowden. Bowden kicking this to Galarza. Galarza at the top of the arc, looking to drive inside, going in for the jumper. That one's going to fall.
Smart floater. The game plan is still score as fast as possible for Mesa and make sure their defense just plays hard.
It seems like Galarza and Grayson are just doing this double team coverage on full court D, and this one's going to be a body and no shot. No shot. It's going to be a jump ball, Mesa ball.
A great play by Bowden, knowing he's 24 is going to get to the rack. He steps up early and takes the charge. Big play for Mesa.
So it's this duo, Jaron Galarza and Dejon Grayson, taking it up themselves. We saw them play some good full court D, and now they're going to play some offense.
Kai Miles is also back into the game. Expect the offense to flow through him.
Yeah, and the game is also tied 21-21. Of course, those missed free throws are going to hurt the Toros as Dejan Grayson looking to go in for the shot, and he loses it. But it's going to be a foul on number 22, Levi Tingy.
Stansbury directing traffic for Mesa. Mesa not too concerned at rebounding these free throws when they're on this side of the court here, as they only have one guy in the paint.
The first shot's going to be up, and it's going to go in. So the Mesa take their first lead of the game by 1, but they can only add to it as he made one of his shots. Let's see if he goes 2 for 2. So Dejan Grayson going to go for the second shot, and that one's going to up, and that one's going to fall through. He's 2 for 2 at the line. He's now going to increase that lead to 2. 21-23. Toros have the ball, and he's now back on D. Grayson as number 30. Doug Sweat has it. Doug Sweat to 52. Myron Christensen to 23. Jackson Woolley. Woolley looking to take it himself. A little bit inside the arc. Passes it outside the arc to 30. Christensen. Or Doug Sweat. Doug Sweat to Christensen. That one's going to fall through for Levi Tingy.
Great ball movement by the Toros once again. Making sure to get another open look past the 3. Here's Kai Jones.
And that was not going to fall through. Good rebound by number 23. Jackson Woolley as he kicks it out back to number 30, Doug Sweat. Doug Sweat going up for the floater. That one's going to fall.
Using his speed to his advantage on that fast break. Getting to the paint early.
Dejan Grayson now at the top of the arc. Trying to find his open man. Of course, pass it to Galarza. Galarza with it. Back inside to Bowden. Bowden, open look, and that one's going to fall through. That was a great pass from the top of the arc to inside the paint. The Mesa Jackrabbits are now back on top, down by 1.
Without Dyer in the game, this height difference once again plays a huge role for Mesa as they're able to rebound just a little bit better. And just like you saw there, Bowden getting into the paint early with that great pass from Galarza. You're going to see a lot more paint scoring if this height change if Dyer doesn't come back in this game for the height.
So Bowden, the forward, going to take his shot at the line. He's going to make this. He's going to miss the free throw. Again, 26-25. A minute to go in first quarter or in first half regulation.
The pass picked off.
Dejan Grayson at the top of the arc, pass it to Galarza. Galarza going to drive in himself, take it up the lip, and that one's not going to fall through. Bowden with the rebound, and that one's going to be a foul.
Like I mentioned, the height difference will come into play as already they snatched another offensive rebound by Bowden, and he's just dominating up in the paint.
So Brig Bowden going to get his second opportunity at the line. The first shot's going to go up, and that one's going to fall through. And this game is now tied 26-26. So he is 2 for 3 at the line. Let's see if he can go 2 for 4. The second shot is up, and that one's going to fall through. And now the Mesa Jackrabbits are back in front by a point. 26-27. 53 seconds to go in first half regulation. It's going to be 22 Levi Tingy. Going to pass it inside to Jackson Woolley. Now Woolley still guarded by Galarza and Grayson. Grayson kind of doing all the work along full court D. Gundry looking to drive inside. Pass it. Good pass to number 30, Doug Sweat as he takes it up and in. With Ty Denham with that good floater to put themselves back into the lead. Very close game with 30 seconds to go in the second quarter. Kai Miles at the top of beyond the arc with it. Looking to drive inside. He's going to almost lose the ball, but he's keeping with it. Passes it inside. It's going to be out of bounds on number 22, Levi Tingy. It's still going to be Mesa ball.
Shot clock and game clock are almost lined up here. Expect Mesa to hold on to the ball just a little bit longer.
Subbing into the game is going to be Tate Bigler for the final 19 seconds of this quarter. It's going to be number 13, Jaron Galarza. They're going to pass this one inbounds. Of course, he's going to pass it to number 24, Dejan Grayson, who's going to just slowly make his way beyond the half-court line. He's going to slow down the pace with 10 seconds to go. He's going to try to make a play here. He's going to pass to Galarza. Galarza, three-pointer. Count it! 4 seconds to go.
A steal.
Trying to go up with it.
Foul with
foul.
1 second left. What a play by Mesa there. Giving themselves enough time to play a little bit of defense and getting a steal on the inbound pass. Plus the foul, they're going to get free throws right before they have to take a. Not only do they take the lead on that 3, but now they're going to extend it to almost a 2-score lead.
And they were down by 8 points in the first quarter, and now here they are. They're evened up, and now they're taking the lead by 2. Dejon Grayson's going to be at the line to shoot with just a second on the clock, and that one's going to fall through. He's going to make his first free throw. He's going to go for his second now. Of course, 28-31 the score. This one's going to go up, and that one's not going to fall through. Rebounded by number 30, Ty Denham. And that's going to do it for the first half of regulation. 28-31 the score. And we have seen quite the aggressiveness by both sides. And we'll catch you guys right back for the second half of regulation. 28-31. Mountain View down by 3.
Hello everyone, my name is McKenna Kellums reporting for the Varsity Sports Show. Super Bowl 59 took place on February 9th, 2025 with the Philadelphia Eagles winning 40-22 over the Kansas City Chiefs. The Eagles set the tone early as quarterback Jalen Hurts led a sharp opening drive, capping it off with a 1-yard touchdown run. Their defense stepped up in a huge way as rookie cornerback Cooper DeJean picked off Patrick Mahomes and returned it 38 yards for a touchdown. The Eagles continued to pile on, with Hurts later finding A.J. Brown in the end zone for a 12-yard touchdown. By halftime, Philadelphia had complete control with the score being 24-0. During the second quarter, Hurts delivered a beautiful 46-yard touchdown pass to Devonta Smith, extending the lead to 34-0. In the third quarter, Mahomes connected with rookie Xavier Worthy for a 24-yard touchdown. But by the end of the fourth quarter, it was clear that the Eagles had won with white, teal, and silver confetti coming down on the players and fans. With this victory, they added another Lombardi trophy to their collection and cemented their place as one of the league's elite teams. After the game, Jalen Hurts was named MVP after his amazing game performance. It was also a great day as sportsbooks reported record-breaking wagers, with many fans being able to cash out on Eagles and Jalen Hurts as MVP. This is your Super Bowl 59 recap. My name is McKenna Kellums, reporting for the Varsity Sports Show.
This is Caitlin Toon from Northern Arizona University reporting for Varsity Sports Show. On February 27th, the Big Sky Indoor Track and Field Championship will be held right here in Flagstaff at the J. Lawrence Walkup Sky Dome. 10 schools in the Big Sky Conference will be in attendance to compete for the championship. NAU looks to repeat as conference champs in both men's and women's, this time on their home track. Last week, NAU collected 3 Big Sky Athlete of the Week awards for track and field. Elise Stearns broke the NAU and Big Sky Conference record in the 5,000 meters for the second time in her collegiate career. Colin Schauman broke the school and conference record time for the mile, also for the second time in his career. Garrett Brent has won 3 straight men's weight throw competitions. Brent's current season best of 22.62 meters is the 10th furthest throw in the nation so far this season. In total, the Lumberjacks have collected 7 different weekly conference honors for track and field. The Lumberjacks will need big performances from Schauman, Brent, and Stearns in their respective events to clinch the Big Sky Conference Championships at the end of the month. For Varsity Sports Show, I'm Caitlin Toon.
Hello, I'm Marshall Brown with Varsity Sports, and baseball is officially back in Tempe. I'm here at Phoenix Municipal Stadium, home to the Arizona State baseball team. And the Sun Devils will open their season off this weekend against Ohio State here at home. ASU is looking to bounce back after a disappointing 2024 season where they finished 32-26 as an overall record and went 17-13 in Pac-12 play. They enter into a new division this year with powerhouse programs such as Oklahoma State and Texas Christian University. The Big 12 preseason poll has the Sun Devils ranked 6th behind Oklahoma State, Arizona, TCU, West Virginia, and Texas Tech. But preseason polls have been very wrong about ASU athletics so far this year. ASU is already looking to make investments into their team. ASU baseball intends to go all in on scholarships and is expected to offer 34 full scholarships at the beginning of 2026 and will put millions into improvements at the Phoenix Municipal Stadium. Until then, they look to get the season started right against Ohio State. The series between ASU and Ohio State last year went to the Buckeyes. The first game losing 4-11 with all of OSU's runs coming in the second half of the game. The second game of the series went in favor of ASU, 14-4, with Harris Williams going 4 for 5 and 2 RBIs. Game 3 would go to the Buckeyes in a 13-4 game, giving Ohio State the series win. The 3-game series will start Friday night at 6:30 and carry through the entire weekend, as the Sun Devils look to get their series started right. With Varsity Sports, I'm Marshall Brown.
I'm Liz Landon with Varsity Sports Show, and today I'm here with Alex Fedo, a professional baseball player who just got traded from the Detroit Tigers to the Tampa Bay Rays. When you first found out that you were being traded to the Rays, what was your initial reaction? Did it feel like a full circle moment for you?
Yeah, it was pretty cool. I feel like I wasn't expecting. I mean, I don't know who I was expecting. I was hoping to be traded somewhere by that 2:00 deadline. But I think hearing the Rays was kind of like froze time for a second. But I was just like more happy for my family, more happy for my friends, my loved ones, to be able to be close to them, be close to home, be able to put on the jersey of the team I grew up rooting for.
Yeah, so how did your family react to you coming back home?
Yeah, my dad's very nonchalant, so he was pretty calm, but I could tell he was excited. And my mom was crying at work, teaching, so she had to tell her students she needed to step out, and she was crying. They were asking her why, so she was happy. My wife, I feel like I could see a little tear in her eyes, just because it's gonna make it easier for the kids, make it easier for her, be able to live at home throughout the season. Will be a lot less variables you have to deal with. So, I think everyone is excited. I was excited to see, the happiness and joy it brought to them.
So looking ahead, what are your personal goals now that you're with Tampa?
Yeah, just be a great teammate, be a winning player. I feel like all the same goals that I've always had, just try to each and every day bring the best I can for my team, for my teammates, and, just try to be a reliable option for them.
Mm-hmm. And then most importantly, going into this upcoming season, what are you most excited for?
I'm excited to put the jersey on. I think it'll be really cool to just put on a Tampa Bay Rays jersey, and I'm really looking forward to that.
Thanks for watching. I'm Liz Landon.
Hi, my name is Daniel Cadena from the University of Arizona, and I'm reporting for the Varsity Sports Show. Today I'm going to be talking about the local Tucson music scene, and more specifically the band Tonight Sunshine. The Rialto Theater, Hotel Congress, 191 Tool, and Groundworks. These are just a handful of names of the great music venues here in Tucson. One of the bands that has performed at all these venues is Tonight Sunshine. If you or someone you know has any interest in getting into the local Tucson music scene, Tonight Sunshine is a great introduction with a unique blend of genre and sound. Both in the car and live, their blend of an upbeat ukulele and dark rock creates an atmosphere audiences can dance and bang their heads to. So if you enjoy rock, metal, alternative, or pop with Latin influences, check out their Spotify or Instagram. The band formed back in 2018 while the lead singer Anastasia, aka Fire Kid, was attending the University of Arizona in the Fred Fox School of Music. The drummer Cougar is currently attending the University of Arizona for the Bachelor's in Software Engineering. The bassist Logan moved to Tucson from Torrance, California, and has a deep love for music and instrument playing as a whole. Back in 2019, the band founded the Tribal Nations Music Tour in partnership with Ravolution, an organization founded by Native nonprofit mentors. Part of their community work is in the spirit of bringing a free music festival to rural communities and reservations throughout the Southwest. The most recent show from this collaboration was at the 2024 Arizona Bowl, presented by Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre's Gin and Juice. They've also recorded 3 new songs at the iconic 4th Street recording in Santa Monica. At first, I was intimidated to go downtown or try and get into the music scene, but this band changed that. After filming both the music video and some stage performances of the band, I can confidently say I've never seen crowd work and community building like what they do. From college-age friends to parents and their kids, I've seen all types of people feel welcome and dance at their shows. That's all for me today. This is Daniel Cadena reporting for the Varsity Sports Show.
Last game of the season for both squads, the Mesa Jackrabbits and the Mountain View Toros. Tyler Worgo alongside Matt Ross. And what a first half of regulation we have seen by both squads. What has caught your eyes up until this point?
Well, let's just say the defense on both sides, the game is extremely physical. As we saw in the first 2 quarters, both teams got a bonus. And that just shows you how physical both teams are being on defense, fouling each other, making sure there's no easy buckets across the board. And that's why it's been such a low-scoring game. Both offenses kind of turned up towards that second quarter, but that first quarter was all physicality, all defense. What's stood out to you?
Well, I'm going to say right now, I like the very fast-paced aggressiveness that we saw from the Toros. We saw the Mesa Jackrabbits kind of match that quickness, that fast-paced momentum, but they were unable to keep up with the fouls. Of course, that's what really costed them. But they're going into this third quarter, second half of regulation with a lot of hope. They are up by 3, 28-31 to start this quarter off.
You have to wonder if you know, in their last meeting, Mesa got away with the win. You have to wonder if now that they're away, if this home crowd is playing a little bit of part in this lead right now for the Toros.
So a little bit of a brief time there to like wipe off something on the court, but we are back to playing. Number 30, Doug Sweat, now at the top of the top of the arc. Look at him drive inside, taking it himself. And that layup's going to go no good as he trips over a cameraman.
Our own cameraman.
Going in for the three-point, that one's not going to fall through. Dejon Grayson going to go for the shot, and that one's not going to fall through. Rebounded by number 20, Ty Denham. Denham going to kick it out to number 23, Jackson Woolley. Jackson Woolley all the way to number 22, Levi Tingy. Tingy trying to find an open man. He passes it to the top of the key to number 30, Doug Sweat. Doug Sweat at the top of the yard.
Here's what the Toros do best. They slow down the game on offense, make that extra pass, get that open look for your teammate. And there it is.
Corner.
There's that open
Not
look.
going to fall through. Good rebound by Dejon Grayson. He spins around number 0, Bryson Gundry. Going to take it himself. Layup. That one's not going to fall through. Rebounded by number 23, Jackson Woolley.
A little bit of a forced shot, but they have the break numbers right now. Get to the corner. Another
right
open
side
shot.
corner 3. Not going to fall through. But the putback is up and it's good. Jackson Woolley. So number 24, Bradley Dyer, at the top of the arc. He's going to have to find an open man quickly here. Of course, the defense of the Toros have been excellent going up until this point. And this was get stolen away by
kickball violation. It's going to be.
So Ty Denham kind of just lost that ball.
Like it's on Mesa, which is very surprising. It looked like a kickball foul by 20 or maybe a loose ball foul, but Toros are going to retain possession here.
So Levi Tingy going to pass this one inbounds. He's going to pass it to number 30, Doug Sweat. Doug Sweat passes it to his right side, Ty Denham. Denham trying to find someone to pass to. He's going to pass to his left side, Levi Tingy. Tingy to number 23, Jackson Woolley. Wanting to go in himself, going for the left, but that one's going to fall through.
That's a great post move there. Knowing your physicality, you have the mismatch a little bit, push him off in the paint, and take another step.
Especially when you got Bowden down there as well, who is the kind of the tallest guy in there, playing the forward position for the Mesa Jackrabbits. But Mesa has it, 0. Josh Stewart has the ball. He passes to his left side around the arc. Number 24, Dejon Grayson with it. Pass it to number 2. Kai Miles to Galarza. Galarza to Bowden. Bowden trying to at the top of the key and loses it to number 20, Ty Denham. Denham's going to pass it to number 30, Doug Sweat. Another turnover. It's been turnover after turnover to start this quarter. 23, Jackson Woolley has it. Pass it to his right side, number 30, Doug Sweat. Sweat at the top of the arc. Pass it to his right side, 22, Levi Tingy. Tingy passes it inside the arc. looking to go up with it, going for a good pass to Bryson Dyer as he can't go up with that one.
Let's talk about Denham real quick. On that last defensive possession for the Toros, he fought so hard in the post, being able to box out Bowden time and time again, met him at the top of the key, got the steal, and then on the other side of the floor, gets a pass, infiltrates, and gets fouled. What a possession on both sides of the ball.
And what a good job to make himself at the line. Of course, he's already at the line right now. We saw him at the line, I think, once before. 32-31, the score, 5:34 to go. And the question is for Mesa, already 2 fouls as the first one's going to go up and in. The question for Mesa is, you already have 2 fouls in this quarter. And, of course, the fouls have been just constantly halting Mesa to keeping the lead.
Well, I think the switch up for Mesa has been they didn't expect the Toros to play this physically coming straight out of the half. They got away with a little bit of bully ball with their height difference in the first half, but this second half, it's clear that guys like Denham has just been, they're not rolling over. This Toro team is not going to go away in the physical sense.
Second shot's going to be up, and that one's going to go as well. 2 for 2 at the line right there. Under 5:30 to go in the third quarter. Kai Miles passes it to Dijon Grayson. Grayson back to the top of the arc to Kai Miles. 3-pointer. Count it. Nothing but net.
What a tough pull-up three. Shades of Kevin Durant.
Yeah, that's what he wanted to see all game. He's been taking those shots from the first quarter, and now finally he saw that one go through in the third. This was going to be another turnover. Mesa
Galarza with another steal.
Changing the momentum here with under 5 minutes to go in the third quarter. It's going to be Galarza going to go up with a good spin move, good pivot, going up for the rim, and that one's going to fall through.
Back into the full court press for Mesa here. And it's already paying dividends as they got in a steal in the last 2 possessions.
So number 23, Jackson Woolley back to Sweat inside.
Had the lane.
Open 3, not going to fall through. That was a great pass.
Another
to the outside.
physical play by Denham. It's called a foul against him. Questionable call, but it's going to be Mesa ball.
There's been a lot of stuff going on under that rim right now. I'll tell you that much. 34-36. Mesa now taking the lead, up by 2 points. It's going to be Dejon Grayson going to pass this ball inbounds to Kai Miles. Of course, not playing as hard of defense as they did in the first half where they played heavy full court D. Here the pressure's a little bit off them. So Kai Miles beyond the arc almost loses it, able to stick with the ball. Pass it to his left side, Dejon Grayson. Grayson to Josh Stewart. Stewart looking to go up for the layup. That one's going to fall through. Adding to their lead now by 4. 38-34, 4:10 to go in the third quarter. Doug Sweat passes it to 23. Jackson Woolley. Woolley back to Doug Sweat. Sweat going to drive in himself. Pass it inside to Denham. That one's not going to fall through.
A missed foul call there, it looked like.
Yeah, Denham just stared at the ref right there saying, I wanted that, but he could not get that. Good move by Miles. He's going to go for the shot.
First one almost. Wow.
He was dancing on that ball.
He felt the contact, immediately went up with it, got the call he wanted, and still almost put that ball in. It was an extremely tough shot.
So Miles, of course, he's been at the line for a couple times now. This is going to be his 4th time at the free throw line. Of course, 34-38. This is only going to help Mesa Jackrabbits as they enter the final minutes of this quarter. 3:48 to go. Of course, both teams are even at 2 fouls apiece. This one's going to go up, and that one's going to fall through.
Yeah, Mesa's offense delivering a very, very evenly cut game in terms of scoring differential. They each have about 6 to 9 points, 6 to 10 points of their whole starting lineup. It's been a very evenly amounted game.
So adding to the lead, making 2, 34-40 the score.
Full court press once again, adding pressure to this Toro offense.
So it looks like it's going to be Toro basketball, but
Galarza looks to be a little shaken up right now on the sideline as Mesa's going to take a timeout for it. It would be a huge loss for Mesa as he's one of the defensive captains on this team, contributing in more ways than one already with 7 points and 3 steals.
Yeah, now you could say this is the biggest lead that we have seen now by the Mountain View or by the Mesa Jackrabbits. 40-34. Of course, that was a half timeout. So 10 seconds counting down for this timeout. 34-40. Again, both teams are at a piece of 2 fouls. And yeah, I feel like from both sides we have seen a little bit of a slowed down pace, slowing the momentum down. Both sides are doing this. We saw them be very quick in the very beginning of this game, and now they're kind of keeping their hands off each other. A lot of players for both squads have more than 2 fouls. So for both coaches, you're kind of asking yourself, you got to slow down the momentum, because if we don't slow down the momentum, it's going to be hard to keep into this game.
I agree. Toros are definitely doing a good job at slowing down their offense, but with this full court press, it's hard to not like amp up the pace just to try to get it down court. We'll see. Once they do get it past that half court line, they immediately slow down and get the shot they want, but it's all about getting past that half court line for Mesa, or excuse me, for Mountain View.
Bryson Gundry passed it to 32
We
to
see the
Lance
offense
Arnett.
slow down right away once they get past that halfway.
Arnett passed it to his left side, 0. Bryson Gundry. Gundry passed it to his right side, 20, Ty Denham. Ty Denham passed it to 22, Levi Tingy. Back out beyond the arc, 3-pointer is going to count for number 30, Doug Sweat. That was some great passing that we saw beyond the arc right there. Able to get that one to fall through. Able to just keep this lead within 3.
That's just what we talked about, too. Once they get past the half line, they're going to slow down on offense, get the open look that they want, and Sweat was able to cash it in.
Trying to go up with it and going to be not successful at that. It's going to be Dejon Grayson. Good rebound by number 30, Doug Sweat. Is he able to get this one out? Kicks it out to Bryson Gundry. Gundry back out. Open lane. 3-pointer Ty Denham. Count it. 3-pointer. This place is buzzing. The game is tied. 40-40.
Rebound on the other side. Comes down and hits the 3. Denham is having himself a game, doing the dirty work right now for the Toros.
Especially under the rim as well. Of course, under the paint, he's also been doing that as well.
Boxing out again. Look at that defensive play by Denham.
Another steal. Toros wanting back into this game.
He is playing ultra physical right now.
Kai Miles, the shot. That one's not going to fall through. Rebounded by Doug Sweat. Wow. 40-40. Just under 2:25 to go in the third quarter. Number 20, Ty Denham has it. Ty Denham to Gundry. Gundry out to 22, Levi Tingy. Tingy to Tylen Arnett. Back to Doug Sweat. Doug Sweat, who had a nice shot to go through earlier, kicks it out, loses the ball, but picked up by Levi Tingy. Tingy to Denham. Denham back to Doug Sweat. Doug Sweat beyond the arc. Back to Tingy. Tingy to Gundry. Gundry to Sweat. Sweat going to take it up himself, and toilet bowl shot is going to count. Kai Miles now back on the other side of the court. Of course, Mesa scoring on the left side. Toro scoring on the right. The shot, the floater, it's going to count. Tie game, 42-42.
Once again, another tough shot by Kai. He is taking tough shots, but making them look extremely easy, keeping his team in the game.
So it's going to be number 30, Doug Sweat, at the top of the arc, guarded by Dejon Grayson. He's going to drive inside, trying to find an open man. Dunham has the ball, top it. Pass it to his left side, number 32, Taylor Arnett. Arnett back to 22, Levi Tingy. Tingy to Gundry. Gundry to Sweat. Looking to drive inside, pass it outside. Dunham 3-pointer. That one's not going to fall through. Thought he was going to be a little bit on a hot streak, I should say, if that one's going to fall through.
And now it looks like Denham has a little bit of a mismatch. Although he's not as big and physical as Brig Bowden, he is on offense. He is a sharpshooter. He's able to hit these big threes, and Bowden has to protect the paint. It's coming in a little bit more of a lopsided mismatch than you might think for the Toros here.
So Mesa going to pass this one inbounds. Of course, Galarza waiting for this inbound. Is he going to kick it out to Kai Miles? Again, Kai Miles, a tall guy. Going to have to use that tallness quickly here. It's just under a minute to go in the third quarter. Galarza passes it to his left side, Miles. Miles guarded by 2 defenders, trying to go inside with it. Going for the left. He gets swatted down. And he is on the ground, and he's hurt.
Questionable foul call. Might have been a reach-in, not on 23, but 23 swatted that ball. That's a great defensive play by him. But he is still on the floor.
Yeah, not looking good right now. Miles in pain under the hoop.
Medical staff coming out.
I mean, we've been talking about this aggressiveness that we've been seeing all game. I mean, the aggressiveness has just not been letting up. Of course, Kai Miles been the guy to lead the ball, lead the play, make the plays at the top of the arc. This time he didn't really find anyone open. Of course, Toro was playing some great defense. He had nowhere to go, so he had to take it himself. And as he did that, he went tumbling to the ground. But good defensiveness by the Toros. But the question is for the Mesa Jackrabbits is that this will hurt them if Miles gets out of the game. But we are unsure of that.
Well, I don't think we're unsure of that. If he is out of the game, it's a huge hit for the Jackrabbits. As right now he's their leading scorer.
And let's take a look at this replay right now. I mean, he was trying to go driving into the paint right now. That shot was up, and that one went in for a three-pointer. But then the moment that Kai Miles had that ball,
Don't
it
think
looks
we're
like
going to
he's
get to take
staying
a look
in.
at that. But if he definitely wants to stay in, I don't think Coach Stansbury is going to really let him. Maybe I'm wrong, though. Yeah, the refs aren't going to let him. It's too big of a foul for him to stay out. They're not even going to let him shoot free throws, even though he wants to.
He hit his head, too. So we don't know what that could be. But if you're the referee or if you're your coach, the best thing you can do is keep him on the bench.
Yeah. I think as a ref, especially with how strict high school concussion protocols are, there's no point to try to push through this kind of injury. Take a little bit break, take some water. You don't have to shoot these free throws. Although he's anxious right now on the bench to get back in. He's definitely anxious. Coach once again pulling him back, telling him no. It looks like it's a leg injury, though. Don't know if he hit his head or if they just want to make sure he's all right in general. But it would be a huge shock if he doesn't get back into this game, at least in the fourth quarter. I think he'll definitely take off the rest of this third, but it would be a huge hit for the Jackrabbit offense and defense if, Kai Miles stays out of this game.
Yeah.
Their leading scorer.
A little bit under a minute, too. A little bit of a stoppage of time. Of course, the coach for the Toro is not happy about that. He's not too sure why there's a stoppage in time. We'll be back here to begin regulation, but yeah, we'll be back.
In 2019, the JV Sports Show podcast began with the idea of spotlighting young people in our community. In time, that podcast evolved into radio, television, and live stream, and through that evolution, new ideas have enhanced delivery, giving a stage to students both in front of and behind the microphone in Arizona and beyond. Thank you for supporting the Varsity Sports Show, now the Varsity Media Foundation, a 501c3 educational organization. The Angry Crab Shack in Tempe, with an experience so good it remains indescribable, with something for every seafood lover. Try one of their amazing custom seafood boils, sandwiches, appetizers, and salads. Angry Crab Shack Tempe is located east of I-10 on Warner Road, 480-674-3847. The Angry Crab Shack in Tempe. Come ready to eat.
So we are back. Kai Miles is still in this game. Like you said, you thought that he was going to be taken out for the rest of the quarter, but I guess the coach...
It's unclear if he's just shooting the free throw, though. Don't be surprised if there is a quick timeout right after to sub him out, as they would have to forfeit the free throws if he wasn't taking them.
Yeah, the reason why Coach Johnson was upset was because he didn't think that he got that foul. But, of course, that first free throw is going to go up and in. Of course, Kai Miles is the guy who is successful at the free throw line. Of course, as I mentioned earlier, he's 81% at the free throw line. He's going to go 2 for 2 and make that one not count. But they are up by 1 now as we're just under a minute in the third quarter. So 32. Taylor Arnett has it, and that's going to be, I think, half court.
Kai definitely nursing his knee here, walking around, staying in the game. Maybe a questionable call, but it's clear right now that the Mesa Jackrabbits definitely need him in the game as Garlaza comes to inbound the pass.
So Dejon Grayson at the top of the arc. Again, wanting to slow down the game as he did so to end the second quarter. Here he is with under 30 seconds to go. Of course, the shot clock is at 24, so he's going to have to make this one.
It's going to be a 5-second difference. No matter what, the Toros will have a chance to play the ball. With 4 timeouts, don't be surprised if Coach Johnson calls a timeout play to write up something for his offense.
So 10 counting on the shot clock. Galarza has it. Galarza is guarded by number 2, Brady Ernst. Step back 3. Count it! Oh my goodness!
With the potential foul. Oh my Lord.
It doesn't get any more dramatic than that. As we're now going to go down to the wire. To the fourth quarter we go. 42-46. Toros now up by 4. What a game we have been seeing.
Three-pointer.
Tyler Wargo alongside Matt Ross. We'll be back with you guys here between the Mesa Jackrabbits and the Mountain View Toros.
Make every day game day and never miss a moment from your favorite team with the AZ Preps 365 Live High School Sports app. The official app for all Arizona high school sports teams gives fans instant access to up-to-the-minute scores, news, highlights, and much more. Customize the app to fit your needs, whether you're a student, coach, parent, or player. Download it now for free. Available in both the Google Play Store and Apple App Store.
Pup on the run? No problem. With 5 drive modes, Rogue makes this a walk in the park.
Drive the Nissan Rogue. Now get the 2023 Nissan Rogue with best-in-class fuel economy among gas engines.
We are back, and what a dramatic three-pointer that was as he tumbled to the ground right after. And even so, Mesa still keeping this ball within their possession as they're up by 4, 42-46 to go as 8 minutes start ticking down in regulation. Fourth quarter we go. Kai Miles with it. Miles, three-pointer. And that one's not going to fall through. Trying to go up with it is going to be Bowman. That one's not going to fall through.
Over the back called on Ty Denham. He's been physical all night, playing at a disadvantage here on height and weight, but he is balling, and that's one of the first fouls called on him.
This is going to be his second time at the free throw line for Mesa. And again, the quarter didn't even start, and the Toros already have a foul. So, of course, they're kind of playing off each other when it comes to fouling. Of course, the fouls that the Mesa Jackrabbits had costed them in the first half of the game, and now it's kind of lopsided. The first shot's going to go up, and that one's going to go through. It's now going to be a 5-point lead. So the second shot's not going to fall through, edging the tip of the rim and back into play. Rebounded by number 24, Bradley Dyer. Dyer passes it to Woolley. Woolley going to get it out to Doug Sweat. Doug Sweat back to Woolley. Beyond the arc, double team coverage. Doug Sweat has it. Choro's going to have to move quickly here. Pass it to the left side. Back to the top of the key. 24, Bradley Dyer has it. Dyer to Gundry. Gundry driving in himself. The layup, and it's good. Count it, and one.
Huge play by Gundry right there, driving hard to the lane. He's met at the very top by Brick Bowden and still was able to lay it in there for the
And let's take a look at this for a second. I mean, really went up with that one and able to just follow it through, as we saw Bowman out there as well, playing, kind of using his height to get to kind of use that block. But, of course, that was an unsuccessful block.
Met
and now Gundry's
all the way
finding
at the
himself
top, and Gundry still was able to put it down. He's a little bit shaken up, though, it looks like. They're going to give him a little bit of extra time, just a little bit of breathing room so he can shoot this free throw. Don't be surprised if he gets subbed out after this, but he is clearly shaken up.
Bryson Gundry now going to shoot. He's going to shoot one because he made his shot. That one's going to be count. So 3 points added for Gundry during that possession. 7:21 to go. Of course, that free throw was needed because they're only now down by 2. So
Garlaza is directing traffic right now from behind the line. Inbounds. You have to wonder why the Toros are not full court pressing. They have 3 in the back court, but not pressing.
That was a great pass by Galarza. A good look. Open 3. That one's not going to fall through. Rebounded by number 30, Doug Sweat. Doug Sweat now having it.
Very questionable defense right now for the Toros.
He's inching it up the court. trying to go up with it, pass it inside, loses it in the paint. Galarza now snagging that one to Dejon Grayson. Grayson with the layup. That one's not going to fall through. He will get that foul.
Calling it during the shot to a great foul baiting for Dejon Grayson right now as he gets sent to the line. Yeah, so far the point disparity on fast breaks has been night and day as Mesa has just been so dominant on the fast breaks.
And when it's turnover after turnover, we expect to see a score like this. Now 45-48, Grayson made the first free throw, and that's what you're expected to see as we get towards the later part of the game. Now, of course, 2 fouls that the Toros have to start this quarter, and as for the Mesa Jackrabbits, they have 1. Dejon Grayson made that first free throw, looking to make 2 here. That one's going to go up, and that one's not going to fall through. Rebounded by number 52, Myron Christensen. Christensen gets it out to 23. Jackson Woolley. Woolley guarded by Grayson, trying to drive inside. Kicks it out to the corner. We got Gundry back outside. Passes to the top of the key to Sweat. To Gundry. Back inside the paint to Sweat. Sweat to Woolley. Woolley passed it down inside the arc. Back outside the arc. The three-pointer. Gundry. Count it! Making another three-pointer for him today. 48-48.
The leading scorer right now for the Toros by far. Gundry hits his 4th
And
three.
that's going to be a travel as Kai Miles had some miscue on that one. This is anyone's game.
It's a big turnaround for the Toros right now. They needed that to take the lead for the first time in the second half.
And let's take a look at this for a second. I mean, of course, we saw Gundry get that open three-pointer. Guarding him was going to be Josh Stewart. What a great look that he had as Toros now maintain the possession again. Woolley to 52 Christensen. Christensen back to Woolley. Woolley guarded by Kai Miles. Back to Doug Sweat. Doug Sweat guarded by 24. Dejon Grayson. Dejon Grayson still playing some good defense on Doug Sweat. Passes it down inside the arc. Looking to drive inside. Going up with it is going to be Woolley. He's going to pass it outside. Christensen. 2-22. Levi Tingy, he's going to get this one to fall. And now the Toros take the lead.
Tingy after passing that. And it's going to be another turnover. Wow. But Tingy, after getting that ball and passing the screen, there was no doubt what he was going to do. His eyes were not up at all to make that pass. He wanted to get to his spot right around the free throw line, which is what he was staring at, and rise up to make that shot.
Up the top of the key. Miscue, but still good backup pass to number 22, Levi Tingy. At the top of the key is going to be Woolley. Woolley trying to find an open man. He's going to pass it to Tingy. Tingy to Doug Sweat. Doug Sweat guarded by Galarza. Pass it to the top of the key, Gundry. Going to his left side, 23. Woolley going up with it. That one's not going to, it's going to fall. Wow. That's not magic. That's 23, Jackson Woolley. Here we go. Number 0, Josh Stewart at the top of the arc. Trying to find his man, Kai Miles. Beyond the arc. Miles trying to drive himself in. He gets shoved, and that's not a foul. That one goes up and in. We saw 23, Jackson Woolley wanting to just flop. He wanted that foul, but unsuccessful at that. But Toro still keeping this lead to 2. Looking to drive inside, Doug Sweat. Back outside, perimeter, three-pointer. Count it! Count it for Myron Christensen. Now their lead is 5.
Another huge 3. This offense is absolutely cooking.
Again, and that one's going to be a no shot. Ball still going to be on Mesa's side. It's been 4:33 to go, but look at this replay for a second. I mean, wow. We saw Doug Sweat take this one up. Wide open. Christensen gets that one to fall. I mean, they got shooters all over the place. So Mesa trying to pass this one inbounds. Pass it to Bowen. Bowen guarded heavily by 3 defenders. Good steal by Christensen from his offense to his defense. Here comes 23. Jackson Woolley. Back outside top of the key. Here comes Gundry. Pass it. Top of the key. Looking to drive inside will be 24 Bradley Dyer, who checked into this game. And that's going to be a travel.
Bad mishap for the Toros, but it's an even ball right now as the Mesa Jackrabbits have just been making mistake after mistake down on the offensive end. They need to start playing clean if they want to get back into this game, as the Toros have now pulled away by 5 points.
So Kai Miles bringing it up. Of course, we saw him kind of with that little leg injury earlier, but he's still playing in this game, playing very passionately. He's running on it. Here comes Galarza. Galarza taking up himself, layup, and it's good. Wanting to stay in this game as much as they can with 3:52 to go. Doug Sweat now having it, guarded by Josh Stewart. Doug Sweat trying to find an open man, but no one's open. He has no one to pass to. Josh Stewart guarding him heavily. Passes it to 23. Jackson Woolley with a shot, and that one goes up and in. That was a great jumper right there. 57-52. 3:30 to go, and that one's blocked. Quick turn of events here. Churros back on top. Looking to go in will be Gundry. He goes up with it, and that one falls. Gundry just gunning it to the hoop.
Absolutely everything going the Toros' way right now on offense and defense. They are cooking and penetrating well to the interior defense.
And take a look at Gundry right here. I mean, this man took it all himself, guarded by 2 defenders, just up and in. He was guarded by a center goal. 2 of the tallest defenders, I have to say, within that paint. That being Kai Miles and that being Bowman.
You know, Toros started this game in the first half a little bit nervous about going into this physicality game, but right now they are absolutely cooking and not afraid of the physicality.
So we'll be back here, 35-second timeout. We'll be back here on Varsity Sports Show.
It started in the city.
It started on a sandlot.
It started on a Sunday.
The focus.
The drive.
The dream.
You knew how it felt.
You knew we needed the tools necessary.
You knew we needed funds to travel to tournaments.
You provided me with the best equipment.
You gave me opportunity.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you, Coach.
Thanks, Coach.
We are back in a very aggressive game, an energetic game, I should say. 3 minutes to go in this regulation. 59-52 we go. Of course, Toro is up by a bunch. Pass it inside to Bowman. Bowman gets the look, and that one's not going to fall through. Gets his own rebound. That one goes almost out of bounds, but good save by Dunham. Dunham saves it to 52.
Huge
Christensen
play by Denham.
back to Denham. Back to Gundry, and that one's not going to count.
Denham is playing out of his mind on both sides of the court, being able to play super big and tall against a person who's much bigger and taller than him. But he is playing his heart out, defending and boxing out right now.
So 2:43, a stoppage in time, 59-52. Toro is up by a bunch. Of course, they do have 3 fouls. And as for the Jackrabbits, they have 2. Again, Toro's having the possession here in this game. Passes to 23. Jackson Woolley. Woolley trying to find open man as he guarded by Dejon Grayson. Pass it to the top of the key to Doug Sweat. Doug Sweat guarded by Galarza. Trying to drive inside. Pass it top of the key to Woolley. Woolley going up with it. Flops to the ground. And that's going to be a foul call. So that was a foul on Dejon Grayson. Let's look at here. Of course, Grayson playing that good defense, but he did get his hand on Woolley as he tried to go for that layup. But
let's talk for a second about the momentum in this game. Right now, as a rival game, all of the momentum is on the Toros' home side. The atmosphere has just been sucked away from this side of the entire gym right now for the Jackrabbits, as after a 11-point run right now for the Toros, there is so much energy on that side, and it's just a little bit drained. You could see it on the players' faces for Mesa.
Yeah, they got to do something here very quickly. Of course, making 2 of those shots, 61-52 to go. Toros now back to the lead that they had early on in this game. Of course, going in for the 3-pointer, Josh Stewart not going to fall through, up and over the rim and out of bounds. It's going to stay Mesa possession as Ty Dunham's very confused as to why.
Denham playing the ball and playing physical. A questionable call is when you have to box out the person that much bigger, you have to get physical with him. If that person decides to flop, it is a hard call for the refs, but Mesa ball. Coach Johnson yelling at his players right now for a defensive scheme.
Yeah, Galarza having trouble finding an open man as he passes it well up and just a little bit past the half court line. Dejon Grayson taking up himself. Spin move, loses it.
Big steal by Gundry. Travel missed call. Whoa.
Oh,
Briggs
good save
saves it.
by Bowman. And
is
Galarza now
anarchy.
has it. Galarza outside. Kai Miles, three-pointer. Not going to fall through. Rebounded by Woolley.
It's all broken loose here as there's bodies everywhere, loose balls, people making saves. Everyone is playing hustle ball right now.
And people being very loud on both sides of this court. Of course, we got the fan section and we got the family section all being loud here. And with a minute 38 to go, and now booing.
The crowd is not happy right now with an offensive call, a questionable call. Coach Johnson pleading his case to the ref, but the ref is standing his ground. Crowd is not happy, though. They're buzzing constantly right now.
It's going to be that Galarza-Miles duo bringing it up the court here. Again, no full court D. They are up by a bunch. They are up by 9. So the ball is now back in play. We're counting down. Minute 35 in regulation, 61-52. Jackrabbits on bonus. They can use that to their advantage. Step back, the corner shot. That one falls. That was a great pivot move.
Huge shot by Miles right there. Exactly what the Jackrabbits needed to get their offense back cooking again. I think it breathed a little bit of life, too, back in these fans who are getting worried.
Unlike Toros, the Jackrabbits are playing some full court D. Woolley having it guarded by Josh Stewart. Josh Stewart plays some good defense as he gets tripped up in. It's going to be a foul. So a little bit of a stoppage in time. It's going to be a foul on Jaron Galarza. So Doug Sweat going to pass this ball inbound to another Toro. And it's been an electric all game from the very first quarter to the end. Doug Sweat passing it to Woolley. Woolley guarded heavily by two defenders, and Grayson just barreling on top of 23, Jackson Woolley. And, of course, that's going to be a foul on...
That's a fantastic, smart play by Woolley just to hold on just a little bit longer. You know you're going to get to the free throw line if they just do a little bit too much. If they give you an opening, though, you can get that ball out, but he was smart to stay in there. Get the call.
And now both teams are on bonus, so of course this is not in both Mesa and Mountain View's favor. Of course, a minute 06 to go. He makes the first shot to go in. Again, both teams having 5 fouls, just like as they had in the first. Second one's up and it's good. Make them 2 for 2 at that line. 63-54 to go. They got to make things quick here. Kai Miles at the top of the key, looking to drive in, and he gets shoved. It's going to be a pushing foul on Kai Miles, or it's actually a foul on number 23, Jackson Woolley. So Kai Miles, of course, the guy who's been at the line most of his time here at today. He's going to make his free throws. The first one's going to fall through. But not much you can do in just under a minute. Of course, you are on both bonuses, but 63-55, that well does it.
Yeah, I expect a lot of fouls here. Just trying to hope and pray that the Toros miss their free throws as Gundry gets the ball. Definitely do not want to foul him. He's a flamethrower at the moment.
So Doug Sweat passes it to an open man, Christensen. Christensen trying to find his way through the I don't know how to say, top of the key, and it's going to be a foul. And Mesa, I mean, think about it, they're not going to stop fouling until the very end of the game.
No, I don't think in a rivalry game like this you can give up and still walk home and feel okay about yourself. These guys want to go to the very end and see who's the better team. You never know. We've seen crazier things happen in basketball.
First shot's not going to go up. Yeah, this is also their final game of the regular season before playoffs. So,
And
of
also
course,
senior night.
And you mentioned also in our pregame, they're both kind of back-to-back in the standings.
Yep.
Mesa second place, Mountain View third.
With this win, they'll be tied right now for second in the 6A East Valley.
An air ball three-pointer, that well does it. As the student section's just bantering Kai Miles. Again, full court D, two-man on Woolley. Wow, now overrated chance. Can't make that up. An 8-point deficit. The first shot's going to go up, and it's going to go in. They have a chance to make and get a 10-point lead to finish this one off. Wooley's been electric on the free throw line, especially driving in the paint. He's going to make the second free throw as he looks at the student section, saying, like, I got you guys. I'm your guy. As he's going to drive in, Kai Miles gets swatted by number 23, God. Jackson Woolley. Wow.
A little bit of sugar and whipped cream on top for this Mesa team on their way out. Up 10 now.
Let's take a look at this. I mean, driving up top, swatted. Get that out of here.
A one-on-one, too. That's exactly what you want to see.
And the banter being a little bit of a cherry on top of that one. That one's going to go up and in. Count it for Kai Miles.
Lick back a little bit there. And one.
That kind of silences the student section for a little bit.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Jackson Woolley, basket good. Shooting one.
And he's going to make that one. So 3 points added in that possession for Kai Miles. Timeout call. It's going to be a full 25 seconds to go. We're going to be back here. And wow, what an electric game we have seen. We'll be back after this full timeout.
The Angry Crab Shack in Tempe. With an experience so good it remains indescribable, with something for every seafood lover. Try one of their amazing custom seafood boils, sandwiches, appetizers, and salads. Angry Crab Shack Tempe is located east of I-10 on Warner Road, 480-674-3847. The Angry Crab Shack in Tempe. Come ready to eat.
Make every day game day and never miss a moment from your favorite team with the AZ Preps 365 Live High School Sports app. The official app for all Arizona high school sports teams gives fans instant access to up-to-the-minute scores, news, highlights, and much more. Customize the app to fit your needs, whether you're a student, coach, parent, or player. Download it now for free. Available in both the Google Play Store and Apple App Store.
25.7 seconds to go here in regulation. Denham has it. He gets immediately fouled by Kai Miles, and having to do what they can. Of course, like you said, play to the very end.
You know, with one free throw here, I think this game is just about sealed. It'll be an 8-point game, and it's tough to come back for that. I mean, you would need 2 and 1 3-pointers to realistically tie this game up, and, you know, that's hard to do.
And Mesa did a great job, too, just staying into this game all the way until the fourth quarter. They played very well, both defensively and offensively. However, their shots were not able to go up, and, of course, those fouls is what hurt them.
And let's talk about the Toros' fourth quarter play. I mean, the beginning of that fourth quarter, they were just red hot. Everyone contributing, everyone playing defense, not to mention those few big mistakes that the Mesa gave up to give up that lead. You know, inbounding failure, traveling failure off an inbound pass. It was just things just lined up perfectly for the Toros to take this lead. And once they did not look back.
Ty Denham still on fire as he makes 2 of 2 of his free throws. Good move, good three by Grayson. Guys, that was a great three-pointer to silence the crowd. But, hey, the student section, they're clapping. They're kind of giving that to Dejan Grayson. They got to respect him for that play. But that was a huge three-pointer. I mean, wow, 68 to 62. We know this game won't end with a 10-point lead unless the Toros do something crazy here. But
it's easy to cheer for a guy hitting a three on your team if you know your team came away with the win. You know, Toros just need one good inbounds pass, get this ball. They're most likely going to get fouled knowing Mesa. They're not going to give up yet on this game. But with one free throw, they're back into a 2-score game. It's going to be hard to do. Now we got to talk about the student section here. They have been dominant all game, helping out the Toros. And when it's a rivalry game like this, there's so much stakes, so much bragging rights between all the players and the students. You know, and they go to the school the next day. They see their friends at the other school, and they know they got bragging rights for the rest of the year.
Yeah, bragging rights for the rest of the year, especially when there are rivalries on senior night. It's been quite a game. 10 seconds left here until we get ready to play some basketball again. Again, both teams on bonus. It would be magical if the Jackrabbits can stay in this game and win. But there is 11 seconds to go, so not too sure if that's going to happen. But Doug Sweat going to pass this one inbounds to Woolley, and that's going to be an immediate foul. Yeah, I don't know what you're going to do with all those foulings.
I mean, a free throw here seals it. Expect Mesa to drag it out just a little bit longer, though. You know,
first one's going to go up, and it's going to go in. Count it. Shouting MVP. That one's also going to go in. Wow, what a king at the free throw line. 70-62, 8 seconds to go. Kai Miles passing it to Galarza. Galarza three-pointer. And that one's not going to fall through. He does get that foul with 2.6 left in this regulation game. So that was a foul on number 23, Jackson Woolley. Not going to affect him, though. I mean, only 2 seconds left.
Shooting three.
So he's going to shoot two, miss the first one. He will have a shot to make the second one. And, of course, it's not going to help when you got a bunch of camouflage. I would say there's a wall of camouflage to our right. They're shouting and yelling. They don't want Galarza to make this one, obviously, but he's going to make the second one. So 1 for 2 at that free throw line. He is going to make 3, though, because he got fouled at the three-point line. The next one's also going to count. Make him 2 for 3 at the line. Here comes Christensen, and he gets fouled. I don't know why they're fouling with 0.8 left, but hey, fighting till the end, like you said, Matt.
Yeah, in these rivalry games, you can't give up no matter what. You can't admit defeat, you know.
So he's going to shoot 2. Myron Christian, he also had a good three-pointer early on in this game too. So I mean, he's been red hot along the arc, behind the arc all game. And we'll talk about this, but Mountain View being behind with a 6-3 record, this is kind of an upset if you think about it.
They're gonna be tied now, so I don't know exactly how it works in the 6A East Valley, but either one of them now can make playoffs. Obviously, Mesa has the better record overall, but when you have the best record in the same league, it's that's what playoffs is all about. So we'll see which team gets granted. Obviously, this win is huge. Last game of the season, the most recent win you have. I think that's going to come into play significantly.
So that shot's going to go up, and it's not going to fall through. 70-64, the final score. And wow, what a game we have seen. From the very first quarter to the very end, they've been playing very well through. A lot of guys have been the guys to keep out for, but the one guy that I want to shout out is going to be Jackson Woolley. He was player of the game. Overall, it's been a pleasure. Tyler Work alongside Matt Ross. Turos won 70-64 in this senior night rivalry matchup. Last game of the regular season. Of course, both teams are now tied for second place behind Red Mountain, who is 10-0. Of course, they're on a win streak of 6, but things are looking good as we head to the playoffs. Of course, playoffs are next week, so you guys are going to stay tuned for that. Of course, my name is Tyler Wargo, broadcasting for Varsity Sports Show, and I'm signing out. Thank you guys, and I'll see you guys next time. And yeah, bye.